Today on Chesapeake Shores, we talk about Where's Kevin? Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to AFTERBUZZ TV. I like this music. Really
I'm into it.
Today we're talking about Chesapeake Shores, Season 1, Episode 4, We're Not Losing a Son. I'm your host, Marisa Serafini. You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV. Joining me, I have...
Hey guys, I'm Renee Ariel, and you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel.
I really like the song. This is the song that played during the cafe scene when they're at Sally's.
Drama.
And Abby walks in.
That's so awkward.
We'll definitely get there,
Yeah.
But great episode, as always. Really quick thoughts about this.
Loved this episode. I think we just got into some drama in so many different areas.
Yeah,
I don't
we
even
did.
know where to begin, but I'm like really excited about it.
Yeah, we did. A lot of emotional drama. Like, there was anger, there was love, and things in between.
Heartbreak.
Jealousy, maybe?
Death? Question mark?
Question. There was a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into it. Abby, her first day at work. What did you think of how she presented herself? Was she trying too hard?
I love Abby, and I love her whole going to work, her first day of work thing. I love that she was super early because that like resonates with me so well. I'm early to everything.
Me too.
And I'm like, that would be my first day. I'd be like an hour early, like, I'm here, ready to start the day. And I love, she's just a boss lady. I love that she has her speech. I love the quote that was like, first be best, then be first. I would have been clapping at that meeting. But I loved that everyone was like, okay, it's casual Friday, chill.
I like it. I really identify with Abby a lot too because she's that hardworking person who's always first. I'm always first here to the studios every single day at AfterBuzz. I have to open the studios, but like I know what it's like to always just want to be well prepared for everything.
Yeah.
You just want to be your best, and especially if you're trying to make a good impression.
Yeah, if they do say, if you're early, then you're on time, and if you're on time, you're late.
I know. I say that to probably 5 people every single week. Yeah, I get it.
Me too.
So I applaud her because apparently it was also a casual Friday,
Yeah.
too. She was all dressed to the nines.
She looked great.
She looked fabulous.
Yeah.
In that blue, totally rocked.
Oh, yeah. And her hair is always on fleek, if I just may say so myself. It's gorgeous.
It's amazing.
I'm so jealous.
I put in my notes, hair is gorgeous. I wish my hair was that great waking up.
Me too, right? Like, I woke up like this, never would wake up like her. And she looks, even when she was out in her pajamas, her hair, her pajamas, everything,
Boom.
she's perfect.
She has the best bed hair.
She really does.
2 days in a row. Like wow, her hair is still amazing.
Yeah.
But yes, I noticed that as well. But what do you think of the work environment? Do you think that will help Abby, though, this new place, this new transition?
I think it's going to be tricky. I think she is used to such a fast-paced environment in New York City and, being a killer in the office, and I think she's going to need to chill a little bit to fit in here. I don't know if she necessarily will try to fit in or if she'll just try making this new job or this new workplace be the best it can be and try to help them improve. We'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a battle. These people seem like they're happy the way things are, and they're like, this girl, what do you mean you want to make some changes? You want to, you're a lot. This is your first day.
Yeah, those people seemed content.
Yeah, they're like, we're good. It's casual Friday, girl.
Right. Not very complacent, but just content.
Yeah.
With how they are. In that work. I think it will be good for her because she's lived this whole career life at a fast pace, constantly moving, constantly always being busy and worrying about everything. I think it's nice to just slow it down.
Agreed.
Pump the brakes.
She needs that.
She does. And I think it will also help her in just her everyday family life too because she already left early. Mm-hmm. They're like, you had the whole weekend already. I was like, what?
She's like, what's going on?
It's Friday. Her first day is Friday. But she already has the whole weekend to be with her family. And the first thing that she does when she gets back after work is to play with her daughters.
I know.
On the trampoline. I was like, sorry. All right. She's already with more time with her kids.
Yeah.
So.
And she's
good.
We just saw in this whole episode, she's so much more fun already. Like when she jumped in front of Jess and Bree on the golf cart. She's just fun. She's having fun. She's just being silly. And it just shows she's taking a deep breath and just kind of relaxing for once.
And enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
For once.
Which she never did.
No.
We haven't really seen her. I love that she was like on her phone so much in the very beginning. And now, like, where is her phone? This episode.
I
like,
agree.
I love it.
I put it also in my notes. I was like, we haven't seen technology really from anybody.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't need technology in Chesapeake Shores. Are you kidding me? I'd just be hanging out with Trace.
I think you and most women would be. Yeah, but like I like the fact that she's getting away from technology, getting closer to her family.
Yeah.
So good for her. But is she getting closer with Trace though? Their relationship is still not really up and down, but still undecided.
It's weird. It's like awkward, I think, because we never really know what's going on with them. And
friends. They're just friends.
But are they
friends?
even friends? Because this episode,
Friends who kiss.
They're friends who kiss, but now they're friends who won't get brunch together because now Trace is saying it's a bad idea. That was really uncomfortable for me because I felt that they came to agreement about being friends and they were okay with it. And it's like he woke up and he's like, you know what? Actually, I'm not okay with it. I want to be more than friends. I don't think we should get brunch. But, like, her reasoning for wanting to be friends made sense to me. Like, I get why she wants to focus on her family. So for him to now be like, I don't know if we should just, like, be seeing each other and hanging out right now was weird because she needs a friend.
Yeah, and like on the surface, it looked bad, like a clear shutdown. Like, oh, awkward.
Yeah.
But little did we know, little did the audience know, that he actually had previous engagements with Leigh. We'll get to Leigh in a second. But
Leigh.
It's just question. We should just start a drinking game of this.
I know.
Of this show. Like, how many times both Abby and Trey say we're just friends?
Oh my gosh.
Like,
please.
no, you're not.
Are you
know
though?
better than that.
Yeah,
You're
for
not.
real. You are not just friends.
But, like, I even loved at the beginning of the episode where Grandma Nell was kind of egging on Abby. Like, he was your first love.
Yeah, I love that.
Is
She's
it
like,
anything more than that?
and she knows. She's like, I'll be the first to know if you like it or not.
Mm-hmm. So, like, and even the sisters know.
Oh, yeah. Everyone in that town knows. It's Trace and Abby. And they clearly, I mean, being together for 6 or 7 years is insane. And then you left. It wasn't that you were not together for a while, still being in that town. You left. You left the relationship without any closure. Mm-hmm. And now you're back. So everyone's expecting, and you're both back. So people are expecting you to get back together.
Yes.
Small town.
Really the question is, how long will it take for them to officially get back together?
Too long.
Do you think it'll be in this season?
I think we'll see, I think in the season finale we'll see some sort of glimmer of hope, but I don't think they'll be fully back together because that would be too easy. And why make it easy for the audience so we can be happy during the episodes?
I mean, if you think about it took Ross and Rachel a few seasons to get together.
Oh, yeah, their relationship was complicated.
That was very complicated.
Wonderful.
But that's another show.
Yeah.
Go watch Friends. Yes. It's still kind of nice to see them because they are working out their issues, even in the AC car.
Oh, I love that because I love air conditioning. I was like, I would be so grateful if she was like, come in my car, let's talk about it. I'm like, thanks, girl.
Sexy.
Oh, gosh, and he was like sweating. Oh, he's so gorgeous. And they just had that conversation. That's the perfect way to trap a man. Just wait for like a hot day, be like, come in my car, I have air conditioning.
All right, someone's getting a little excited over there. I agree. It was a nice moment where they were trying to work out the relationship, being friends and whatnot, but then it just ended awkward. And I was like, oh, you poor girl.
Yeah, that's the thing, this episode, like we usually see such a fun banter with them, but this episode we didn't really see it at all, and he was obviously mentally like preoccupied. He was somewhere else thinking about other things.
Yep.
And definitely I think is reconsidering the friendship that they're going to have and what that like entails. What kind of friendship are they actually going to have?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it takes someone from your past life, real life, or it takes someone like a third party to help make you consider what you really want in life.
Yeah.
Make you reevaluate things. Mm-hmm. And maybe that person is Leigh, this mysterious woman that comes into town. What did you think of Leigh?
Okay. She annoys me. I'll say why. I think she seems sweet, but like, girl, she went to her Abby's sister's bed and breakfast and is like singing a song like, I came back for you, come back with me. That's like, girl, like, chill. Did you even go out? Clearly he wasn't like excited to see you. And here's the thing, if they dated for a few years when he was in Nashville, that would make more sense to me. But it seems like she was in love with him while they were in a band together, or not even in a band together, did some duets together. And then he left and she's like, where did he go? And then she dropped everything in her life to come back. She's like, do you want me to stay here for a while? Like, girl, what? I'm sorry. Don't you have a life in Nashville? You're gonna be like, no, I need to drop out everything for this guy who's my friend, my bandmate. Seems a little pushy, if you ask me.
All right, I see that. That was a lot. That was awesome. Okay, now we know how you feel. I think she's interesting. We didn't get enough time with her, so I can't really say if I like her, if I don't.
Yeah.
But my problem is, like, there was something about her that bothered me. I don't know if it's the fact that she could cause trouble between Abby and Trace, that it's always that third wheel kind of thing, like the triangle of love, which, like, that's such a trope that's done so often in television shows, and I hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, me too.
In the show. I think she's there to help Trace realize, like, what he wants in life. Does he want to go back to Nashville? Doesn't seem like it.
No, but she seems like she wants him to go back to Nashville.
Do you think she was in love with him, but he didn't reciprocate those feelings?
I think that they hooked up a few times. I think that there was some romantic interest there, but I don't think it was anything serious. I think she was in love with him for sure. I think she's still in love with him.
Well, clearly, those lyrics... Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I wrote down the lyrics.
Please read them.
Of the song that she was singing at the B&B. You broke my heart and left me alone. Now I'm back to take you home. Last that I hear, you can't be the dial tone. Will you come back to me?
Okay, this sounds like
clingy.
He broke up with her, or told her he wasn't interested. Then she's like, "Don't worry, I'll come take you home." And then she was trying to, like, call him beforehand. He obviously was not answering or did not want to talk to her. And she's like, "I know what I'll do. I'll just show up at his house. I'll go into his house when he's not home because the door's unlocked. That means I can go in, right?"
Okay, first of all, the first 2 minutes she's on screen, and she's going into his house, uninvited, playing with the dog. I was like, all right, is she a stalker?
Right? Is she crazy?
She's just crazy ex-girlfriend?
I would never, I mean, especially someone that clearly you're not on great terms with, like, go to their house and be like, oh, he left it open. And then think that's your invitation to go in.
And immediately knows that the guitar is not there.
Yeah, she's like, where's the guitar? And then she smiled at that painting.
Yeah.
Is that her?
I thought that was hers.
Yeah.
Maybe she's also a painter on the side, an artist.
It's possible.
Creative.
I
don't know. So, like,
this girl.
Her walking into someone's house uninvited, like trespassing kind of.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I don't know if I can trust this woman.
I know, same. And then what also bugged me, another just like character trait that I was very annoyed by, is that she came to a bed and breakfast, and then Jess was like, hey, we're actually not open. And then she doesn't even ask, like, nicely, like, please. She's like, is the only one in town that I could go to, no one else could. Like, she kind of knows she can stay there. Like, she felt
kind of like manipulated things around her.
I didn't like that, because I feel that if someone's telling you that the bed and breakfast is closed, first of all, that would completely switch my way of asking. If I was desperate to be like, I'm desperate, I have nowhere else to stay, not just like, yeah, well, there's nothing else open, I promise I don't take up much room. Girl, she just has not open.
Presumptuous.
Yeah. So, yeah, clearly I have feelings about Leigh that are...
Very strong feelings about Leigh.
Oh, geez, manners.
See, I was also very torn with Leigh later on in the episode, because when we see Abby walk into Sally's and whatnot, we had that pause, that dramatic pause, and she's like, are you okay, like, with, pretty much with Trace, saying, you know what, if she was your ex-girlfriend, we can't talk about this. And it seemed like she was okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, Leigh was okay that Abby and Trace used to be together.
It's odd to me that Trace will not talk about his life in Nashville with Abby, and then he will also not talk about his life with his past in Chesapeake Shores with Leigh. Like, he wants to keep those worlds so separate. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Abby's not really pushy. She just wants to know. She tells everyone, like, he doesn't want to open up. She's not trying to pressure him. However, I do see Leigh digging in the future. I do see her trying to get answers. I think she's trying to play it cool now because she probably needs a place to stay and a reason to stay. And if this guy's like, you need to get out of here.
She's trying to stay. She's like,
trying so hard.
Want me to stay here over at your place, or do you want me to stay in Nashville? I'm like, no, girl, bye.
Yeah, right? Like, who if you are willing to drop everything that your whole life to move to another town because maybe this old bandmate or old fling may need a friend right now or is in a bad place, like, what are you doing? Who is this person that you feel the need to move to a different city, a different state, to not even be with, to be friends with,
Just
to
be
there for
friends
him?
with. Yeah, I didn't like that either. I was like,
okay, Leigh.
no friends just do that. Just
No.
if they're not expecting something more.
Yeah, exactly. And this girl, and I feel like she knows how to talk the talk, and she's gonna like figure a way to like squeeze her way back into his life, and that's weird.
Manipulate situations and oh, I don't know if good things can come out of this chick.
I know.
I don't think so either. But well, we know some bad things can come out of Leigh. Now, our predictions, or is that my prediction about the breach of contract?
Yes, you got that. You got that.
I was right. I was happy about that. I was very happy about that. But the fact that those two used to do music together, they were signed to a label. They had advanced money to like finish an album and whatnot, but Trace up and left before they could finish that. And we also predicted that Trace put someone's life in danger, almost cost someone their life.
And it also makes a lot of sense with the alcohol, that one scene that they're going back and forth, and she's, first of all, another thing about Leigh, she's like going into his house uninvited, she's like, may I at least have a glass of wine?
Right?
Girl! Well, again, what are you doing?
Her attitude.
She's entitled to the, oh my gosh, it bugged me so much. But anyway, she comes into his house, asks for wine, and then they have that awkward, short little conversation about like, I don't have any, which then goes to, I think, a hint to the audience that it did involve alcohol, whatever he did, which goes back to the DUI,
Drunk
possibly,
driving.
the accident, something along those sorts. So perhaps it wasn't even a DUI, perhaps it was an accident, and he just didn't get caught for being drunk during the accident. He just knows he was, and that's because he still can drive. So
Yes. But we're getting closer with our predictions.
we are.
And so, do you think that'll just be another big issue we'll see in the next upcoming episodes with Leigh, and that'll unfortunately keep her around in the show because we have to see the rest of Trace's business musical past catch up with him?
I feel like she's going to stay. I feel like she's going to set up camp somewhere in Chesapeake Shores and just hang out. I think she's not going to leave until, even if Trace says no about going back, I think she'll be like, fine, well, I want to stick around. There's nothing for me in Nashville either until you come back. And I think she's going to be like a stubborn, annoying flea.
Yeah, I agree.
She reminds me of just like an infestation. Just won't go away.
Just a
everywhere.
pest.
Yeah.
A pest that won't go away. I agree. I think she has to stick around long enough just so we can see and find out what really happened with Trace's musical past. Unfortunately, so.
Oh, jeez.
We'll see. But let's get to other people who are a little bit more entertaining. Bree and Jess.
I love them.
They're amazing.
They're so funny.
I love them. They were so sisterly.
Oh my gosh,
in this episode.
so many good scenes. I love when Leigh first comes to Jess's bed and breakfast, and she's trying to call Bree from across the way. So funny. She's like, oh, bees, they're good, but yeah.
we need them to pollinate. I was like, oh Jess,
so
you're so
funny.
funny. I like that because like they have great chemistry as sisters, and the fact that they were both bonding together over the fact that they should be worried about Leigh. And being the protective sisters, like, Abby needs to know this. We need to tell her as a sister obligation. We need to tell her that Leigh is back and potentially ruin your relationship with Trace. I was like, yeah, good sisters would do that.
Right? And I love that they didn't wait a whole other episode to tell Abby. I like that it just kind of happened this episode, so we're not just waiting for the secret to come out.
Yep. But it's good to see Bree being, with family, but she's also trying to be by herself and still write. Yeah. Still having somewhat of writer's block, War and Peace. Unfortunately, that title's already taken.
Unfortunately.
And then now, apparently, she's officially moving into the cottage.
Yes, which she will not admit to herself, but she'll tell other people.
Yeah. I think it was really, really smart because Abby still haven't told her kids that they were moving officially back. But I think it was a smart build-up. How Bree was trying to get the girls excited about just the idea and concept of moving. Yeah. How it can be an adventure.
Moving is not an adventure.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, the process, moving into your new place stressful. Is great, but it's like a very stressful process.
It is very stressful.
I wouldn't be like, what an adventure today.
Yeah, not really. But for kids who are 9 and 7, apparently they're not twins.
Oh.
They're 9 and 7.
Okay, well, there goes that theory.
which is very confusing.
I know. They
But-
look a lot alike.
Yeah, I'll look past it. But apparently they're different ages. But the idea that moving can be fun, it helps set Abby up to tell the girls that they're moving officially, but they didn't happen. That didn't happen in this episode. Like,
Yeah,
I wonder
it
if that
needs-
was a deleted scene that got
I
cut.
wonder. I mean, they need to do it soon. Abby just started a job.
Yeah.
So close. I mean, clearly they're going to be moving. And I think the longer she waits, the more it's going to feel like she was lying to her kids. And I mean, kids are sensitive. I feel like that will go really badly if she doesn't tell them soon.
Yeah. I think it will probably be in the next episode.
I hope so.
So long as it's more solidified. Because we're going to see, apparently, there's going to be a custody case next week, so says Connor. We'll get to Connor. But let's talk about Grandma Nell and Mick and the girls.
Oh,
And the little ones.
man.
Grandma Nell, first of all, awesome.
Love her.
She's amazing. Like, everything she says just, like, drips with wisdom.
I know. I just love, and she also speaks so like slowly and like a certain way, and I'm always like listening at the end of my scene, like, what's she gonna say next?
Yeah, it's like, it's just so knowledgeable that you can just take everything and apply it to life.
Yeah, like I just want to get all of her lines and then put them all in a spreadsheet and just go to them whenever I need advice.
Like, her one lines are just like inspirational quotes that you
Yeah.
can just like hang up on the walls anywhere that you live. But one of the best lines that I think she had with Mick was, the whole point in having a relationship with your adult children is to let them make their own decisions.
Very true.
I'm like, yep, you go, woman.
She's got it.
She's just so on point with
She
everything.
is. Oh my gosh, I love that what she says really does get to these gets through to these characters. Like I love that then like Mick kind of understood it and kind of butted out and started his own little project. Like I like that it works.
She was the one who encouraged him. Like, go build something if you have to.
Go out and play.
Sure enough, he did.
Yeah.
What do you think of that playhouse?
Okay, that's the coolest playhouse I've ever seen in my life, and why didn't I get one as a kid?
Right? I was like, Mick, can you be my grandpa and build me a
Right?
playhouse?
That was sick. That's what? It was like a mini house. I would live in that playhouse.
Well, we also know, like, he spent his whole career building houses and whatnot. So, like, seriously, it's something that, like, he's used to.
Yeah.
But to build something as cool and awesome as that in what seems less than 24 hours. Holy crap.
Jeez. Feels like I'm slacking.
I know. I was like, wow. He can accomplish that in a day. What can everyone else do?
Seriously.
It was a ridiculous playhouse that it looked
Yeah, it was.
awesome.
Yeah, I want to play in that playhouse.
But I liked the fact that he built this for the girls, because maybe he couldn't do it for his two girls, but apparently he built a treehouse for his sons.
Yeah,
But he didn't
not
do it for
the
his
daughters.
girls. So maybe this is him compensating for that.
Yes, I do love also that he was trying to explain to the girls about building. He's like, it's about a good foundation. I love that they're
Yeah.
just like off, like jumping on the trampoline.
You're good.
Like we're not gonna learn about this right now.
We'll leave you to that. You're having too much
You're
fun
doing it all.
building. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. There was a lot of sweet moments with these girls. With Grandma Nell and Mick. Cookies.
Cookies.
Speaking of cookies, though, if you guys aren't watching us on YouTube, you definitely should check out the video aspect. So I was at a grocery store this morning, and I came upon the Pepperidge Farm Chesapeake Shores cookies. I'm like, what? I have to get
This is
these.
a thing?
So
Oh my god, you just opened the bag and I just got like a whiff of just
There's
deliciousness.
Chesapeake dark chocolate pecan cookies. So help yourself.
Oh my gosh, this is such a fun day.
So we're eating Chesapeake Shores chocolate chip cookies. on
Happy Labor Day.
Chesapeake Shores. Yeah. So I was really excited, and these look amazing.
Yeah, I
But,
love.
Yeah, it was just very sweet
my God.
between Grandma Nell and Mick. And also Grandma Nell was talking about the quilt that she was building. Mm-hmm. And what did you think of that moment when the girls were like, can we add Wes to the quilt?
I mean, these cookies are fantastic.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because I mean even though I think a lot of people can agree with me when I say this, he's an annoying person and
Yes.
makes the show a little difficult for Abby. But at the same time, he's their dad, you know, like they're going to want him in this family quilt. She's saying all of these names, all these people in the family, all of these memories, and especially if it's going to be for the girls, which I think it will be. I mean, they're going to want their dad, a piece of their dad in it. I completely respect that, and I hope that Wes will find an old shirt.
Yeah, I understand that, but there was a shot of Mick during this conversation, and it seemed like he wasn't really okay with that.
Well, Mick needs to chill.
Yeah. Well, Grandma Nell was like, she's as sweet as a person she is. She was like, yeah, of course we can add your father to this quilt. But Mick seems like he didn't approve. I don't know if that was just me, but
I didn't really see that. I'll see if does anyone else agree with Mick
what's the live
looking
chat
with
saying?
disapproval? I haven't got anything yet. I will wait. But I didn't necessarily see that, but it's possible. I don't think anyone in that family really has a good relationship with Wes. And since he is so separate, I mean, he's completely separated from his family.
yeah, he is.
He's not a part of it at all. He doesn't come over, not even for the girls. He doesn't come over to the family dinners or anything, and that will definitely leave a sour taste in their mouth when they think about Wes and when they think about here we have Wes doesn't seem like the kind of guy. Probably
Interesting. He doesn't seem like that guy.
But I don't know. I hope that even though with this custody battle with Wes being really annoying, I hope that eventually Abby will, of course, get full custody. And then I hope that Wes will still try to be a part of the family in some ways because he can still, he can still come over and make some sort of effort. Just because Abby has full custody doesn't mean he can't be there, you know?
And it's not like Baltimore is that far away from New York. I mean, that's a doable commute, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely is. I do have actually a comment from Dan, and he said he saw Mick look at Nell in a way like, seriously?
Oh, yeah.
So you weren't alone there.
Okay, thank you, Dan. I thought so, too, because it didn't seem like Mick was okay with it. I think it's maybe just, like, a father, like, trying to... Or like I don't know if it came from Mick's perspective, like a father who didn't approve of this father being part of the family.
I mean, probably since he hasn't been treating Abby very well. But
yeah,
I don't know. Again, though, is it really Mick's place to be like
to say that?
Yeah,
it's Nell's quilt. She can have anybody's
let her do
personal
what she
items
wants
in that quilt. But all right, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that. But we're talking a little bit about the custody battle that we will eventually see.
Yeah.
We see Connor a lot in this episode.
Oh my gosh.
But real quick, to wrap up the custody thing, we see Connor call the girls, Jess and Bree, because of all the
because no one else is speaking to him.
Yeah, not talking and whatnot. We'll get more into that. But talking to Jess and Bree about what Abby needs to do to convince the judge that they'll have more support from the extended family.
Yeah.
And then moving to Chesapeake Shores will allow more time for Abby to be with the kids properly.
Yeah, it just shows she's going to win this custody battle, like, easily. Because what is he going to say? He is having financial issues. Mm-hmm. He has him and his girlfriend to look over that? Like, no. That not compared to Abby, who now lives in a really cute small town, a good family town, with all of her whole family, aside from Kevin, around to help out and to help raise these girls. And I feel like they're better role models than Wes and his girlfriend that I cannot even remember the name of because she's irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either. But it seems like everything is in place for Abby to win. I'm trying to think of things that would go against Abby for her to not win. Yeah.
You know what could? And here's the thing, he may just try to bring this up, try to throw Trace under the bus. I feel like he'll be like, you're dating this guy who actually injured this person, and he'll have all the details, and that will be the first time of her hearing it.
Ooh, that would be intense. That'd be juicy. And be like, we cannot endanger the lives of these children with a dangerous person.
Yep.
Ooh. I love it. So good. It's like we're writing the episodes.
Yeah.
That's good. I can't wait for that to happen.
Me too.
Yeah, unfortunately, but it's not like Trace is a dangerous person that we know of.
Oh, no. I don't think he's a dangerous person at all, but I just think it could easily be used in a case like this.
But they're not officially together yet, so I don't know if Trace really would be an issue enough to grant custody.
Maybe he'll be like, well, then you can't have Trace in your life if you're going to have full custody of the girls.
Oh.
Ooh.
What? Drama.
I mean, it is Chesapeake Shores. You never know.
True. This is Hallmark. They could go there. I like that too. Shoot. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Connor, unfortunately.
Oh.
We see Connor and Megan trying to have a nice lunch.
He's so frustrated.
Yeah, what do you think of Connor and his behavior? Is it warranted?
No, he's acting like a child. Grow up.
Right.
Oh my gosh, he's so angry and he just lashes out so quickly. So he just gets in a temper. Like, how old are you?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we need a quick lunch. And he chooses the loudest lunch place. He's so frustrating. And I'm trying so hard to like his character. But this episode made me just really not like Connor.
I know. And it's really upsetting because we've had 3 episodes now with Connor. And there's still no clear explanation why he's so angry. Like, I get it. There are people who are angry, and then there are angry people.
Yeah.
There's a complete difference. There are situations that can make people angry for, like, temporary, like driving can make you angry for a minute.
Especially in LA.
But there's the difference between someone who's angry and an angry person. Kevin is just an angry person. And we've had 3 episodes, we still don't know what makes him angry, why he lashes out, why he has such a short circuit and temper tantrums with
It's insane.
with Megan. She's just, all she is trying to connect.
Yeah.
And he's given us no reason why. He's just so frustrated.
He just freaks out. Like, it's walking on eggshells with him. God forbid you say the wrong sentence to him, like,
And he'll,
she was just joking. She was just saying, oh, not bad for free rent. It's just a comment. Why are you freaking out? Are you that insecure that while you're in school, your dad's helping you with rent or paying your rent? Like, does that
can't
really
support
a reason?
yourself?
Right? Oh my gosh. I just don't know why he freaked out completely. And I think it's so uncalled for, especially when his mom has done nothing but, like, try to make an effort.
yeah, and even, like, it's not just towards the mom, but it's towards everybody. And that's what's more frustrating. It's like, I can understand, like, everyone else had issues with the mother, but they're slowly trying to work out the issues. Kevin just has issues with everybody. And
Connor.
Or, yeah, Connor. Oh my
Kevin's
goodness,
wonderful.
I'm reading the board here. Connor has issues with everybody. And that's more a personal thing. That's his personal issue, not everybody else. When everyone else is having problems with him, good chances it's that person, not everybody else.
I agree. I honestly think it's issues he needs to work out with, like, a therapist, not even in family therapy. I think he just needs to talk to someone about his personal issues, because if you aren't good with yourself, you cannot build a solid relationship with other people. And if you're having all these issues, figure out where it's all coming from. Figure out where, like, the root of the problem is. Clearly he has a few problems, and I'm just
a few.
Oh gosh, I'm so sick of him, like, lashing out at people. I think it's so uncalled for, and it makes me so mad whenever I watch it.
Yeah, like, even when he calls Abby to check up on Mom. Apparently, he does, deep down inside, he does care. And that's what, like, gives me some hope with his character. Like, he doesn't mean to always hurt people, but he does.
Yeah, and then he doesn't do anything to make up for it. Like, and he makes...
he avoids the situation because he calls his sisters to do it.
Everyone else. He'll call, he'll talk to Meg, mess up things with his mom. Then he'll call Abby, mess things up with Abby. So then he'll call the other 2 sisters. And
Bree and Jess. And then, like, hangs up with them.
Yeah, and then he
like,
plays that stupid prank.
So immature. So,
God,
like,
how old are you? You're going to be a lawyer?
Right?
Like,
I don't want you covering my cases.
me neither.
Yeah, that also was like, nope. Can you studying criminal law? All right, good luck to anyone who has you as a lawyer.
Seriously.
But it's just frustrating that we still don't know what makes him tick.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I think we'll have to, I guess,
Hopefully we'll
watch
find that.
more to figure that out.
I know.
But I really hope that the show makes it clear that it's, like, his issues and not, like, an actual problem with him and just all these members of the family, because it's, like, too many members of the family at this point. So it would be very frustrating if he has all these serious issues with all of the family. That's insane.
Right. And I'm only trying to, like, justify this, but, like, is it because he didn't really have a strong, stable father figure to help solve issues in life? Like, he wasn't raised by someone who can solve a problem and resolve it maturely.
I mean, that's possible, but then I feel like all the kids would be that screwed up. Like, he seems very, like, he has anger issues
So
to
it's
the
a personal thing.
Yeah, we haven't seen that with any other character. And if we saw, like, a pattern with the other kids, I'd be like, okay, maybe it really was the way that they were raised, but it's just him.
Yes. So hopefully we'll learn a lot more about Kevin. Connor, goodness. But let's get into Kevin, though.
Kevin.
Still love him.
What a cutie.
At the beginning of the episode, it seems like he doesn't have any problem with the mother.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I love Kevin. I feel like he's such a gentleman. I love whenever he just speaks to anyone, it's with respect. And it's really nice. He's like, I'm sorry if I woke you. I just love Kevin. And God, I have a bad feeling.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But we see during their Skype session that this is his last appointment. That the only words that I got out of Kevin was, looking in my notes, 3 months, Florida, he wants to be stateside. So if he comes back stateside, he'll be in Florida. Maybe there's a fort down there that he'll be more safe at. And then it just cuts out. Electricity cuts out. I think that's the only electrical devices that we saw in this episode.
Yeah.
But then we get the call at the end of the episode. He's missing in action. What happened? What do you think could possibly go wrong?
Okay, they're either going to go 2 ways with this. I think they're either going to have him just be dead, kill him off the show, because he's not going to be in Chesapeake Shores, and I feel that if he were to stay on the show, he would need to somehow be in Chesapeake Shores. So I either have that one way, or the other way, we're going to think he's dead for a few episodes, and then he's going to turn up. I think he's going to have a serious injury, an injury that would take him out completely, and he'll have to move back home.
That would stateside, yeah.
And but I want him to be in Chesapeake Shores. That's what I want, and then I'll be happy. That'll be like a satisfying thing for me.
Yeah, I'm going with the latter too, because I don't think he's dead. He's too...
better not be.
See, and that's the problem. He's too nice of a guy to kill off in the show.
But no, it's perfect because it will break everyone's heart in America. Like, that would shatter me if Kevin died. Like, what about Connor? I'm just kidding.
No, that's terrible too.
I would be more heartbroken if Kevin died.
I would like to think that this show would maybe end the season on a positive note. That Kevin would come back.
I hope so.
He's been missing forever. Communication's not the greatest.
Ooh, and then season finale.
And he comes back in the finale.
And then we'll all
like,
cry.
I'm alive, I'm injured, but I'm stateside.
I would love that. I would love to just be like, what, is he dead? Is he gone? Is he gone? Then like be like, oh, well, he's gone. Then the last episode, like the end of Homeward Bound when Shadow comes back. I wanted that moment.
Yes.
It's a good movie.
I'm so for that. That's such a good movie. All those movies are.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm for that. I don't. So I'm going to say he's not dead.
I hope he's not.
He's not dead. No. No.
Maybe in denial, but I hope.
Anything else about this episode?
It's fantastic, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
There is something about that during that moment when Trace and Abby were in the car, Trace gives Abby a ring.
Yes!
And then
how could we have forgotten about this?
We see Graham and Nell. She's like, what? She has a legit reaction towards this ring. She was
so distracted by that ring. Abby's like, okay, I'll just take him on Saturday.
What do you think happened? Is that her old ring? Is that maybe she had a past love and was bound to be married, was engaged to be married, and then broke it off? But I don't know. Maybe she threw the ring in frustration.
Right? Was it like a Titanic thing?
Yeah, maybe. But like she seemed physically wrought by this ring.
Stunned. She was like
color
frozen.
drained.
Yeah.
From her face. That ring meant something to her.
I know.
What is it?
I want to know so badly. I wonder if it has. I mean, it's totally hers or a past lover or the granddad that we don't really know too much about. It belongs to someone, a love interest, or it's her own. And I just wonder that story, because clearly that story had some sort of a tragic ending. But then that makes me wonder because granddad, clearly they were like together, and then he passed away, and so it wouldn't be as surprising to find that as opposed to finding like an old lover's ring that maybe they had promise rings or something like that, where that really took her aback, because that wasn't like finding a ring that I lost this. It was like, no, what is this? Yeah.
But they said twice it's a wedding ring. It's not an engagement ring. It's a wedding ring. So do you think she was actually married before she met Mick's real father?
And also, how do you recognize that was a pretty
years
bland
ago.
ring. Like, it was just a silver ring, right?
If it had an inscription in the middle,
it better have had something, because she like knew that was hers. I was like, if that was my ring, I'd be like, is this? I don't even know if this is mine. It needed to have something on it for her to recognize it.
Yeah, something happened. Mm-hmm. And because we also know, because Trace found it, and that shack was something that Mick and his father built. So
the church, yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either, and I'm really excited to find out. And I hope that they bring it up next episode, because I don't know how long I'll be able to wait for these answers.
Oh, I know. There's so many questions that have yet to be answered, and I think that's what they do a great job in the show.
Yeah.
So they're building up a lot of unanswered questions.
Oh, yeah, especially, and here's the other thing, actually, side note, it's definitely not hers, or well, it might be hers, but it definitely has nothing to do with her and Granddad's relationship. We don't know his name, I don't think, because I think she would have told Abby. I think she would have been taken aback, but then be like, "Oh, it was your Granddad's." Clearly, it's some secret, and I want to know what that secret is. It's a secret.
So it makes me think that maybe Nell had someone else in her life before her current past husband, who was Mick's father.
What? Dun dun dun.
I'm just like making this up as it goes.
I know.
Awesome. All right, so a little bit of news and gossip then.
Ow, ow.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Speaking of Nell, Diane Ladd was on Home and Family. I love Home and Family. She was amazing. Yeah, she had a really nice interview on the Home and Family and made her appearance. And pretty much during the interview, she just talked about how she related to the character of Nell, that like the character is, you know, a wife and a woman who loves her children, and it's just something that she identified with because herself, Diane Ladd, has like 10 grandchildren. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so a lot of kids, and she knows what it's like to come from a big family and whatnot. And they talked about her past and like how she started as an actress and whatnot. And when she went into she's a really great storyteller, which was great.
I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, she went like all in depth with stories. It was pretty fantastic. But one of the stories, she talked about that fleeting moment where she realized she wanted to be an actress. She was like 6 years old in a church, and she just had this moment of bright light. She's like, yes, I want to be an actress. And then
she kills it.
From then on, you know, she became an actress. And then her own daughter, who's Laura Dern, a very famous actress in and of herself, like when her daughter Laura decided she wanted to be an actress, Diane Ladd was like adamantly against it. She's like, no, it's such a hard career and whatnot. And little did she know that Laura has an amazing career herself as an actress. So,
jeez, what a talented family.
Sometimes it's good to go against your parents' wishes too. Yeah. Then she also went into another story about how she started on stage for acting and whatnot, and she used to be in a play called Orpheus Descending, which was actually written by Tennessee Williams.
Oh.
Who's her cousin in real life. So, yeah, talk about the industry being small.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty cool. Yeah, and she talked about like starting off on stage, and it was an off-Broadway type of play, and then the ending wasn't really working for her, and Tennessee pretty much suggested to her, it's like, well, rewrite the ending, and she did. And they actually used the ending of hers and used it in the play, and then it got reviewed by Herman Schulman, who's a humongous theater director, like famous theater director, who reviewed the play.
Oh,
and it got to Broadway. I was like, holy crap, this woman is amazing.
Jeez.
Yeah. Great storyteller.
I'm blown away. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Who knew? I had no idea. That's awesome. Oh
yeah. It's fantastic. So go check out Diane Ladd's interview on Home and Family. Really cool.
She's so cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to that taping. But it's like really cool to check out. It's like, I just want to pick your brain.
Yeah. Please just talk.
Like, your career is so established. Like, what else awesome
Tell me all your stories
in your life. So go check that out. All right, so let's get to predictions then.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So I feel like we've talked a lot about our predictions throughout the show. But we didn't have any mention of Grandma Nell's health issue, her status, and the fact that she changed her hair.
Yeah, I wonder.
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Because I feel like when people go through like major situations in their life, they just want to change their physical appearance. Girls do this more so than guys, but like I'm sure guys do that too. Whether it be like changing your hairstyle, cutting your hair off.
Yeah.
The fact that Grandma changed her hair color, I think her health is significant enough for her to change her appearance.
It just scares me because I know that everything in shows like this have some sort of significance. So why have Graham change her hair and why make mention of it? So it does worry me, and I do think it could have to do with her sickness. I'm not sure if it's because maybe she knows that she doesn't have that much time. She's like, why not change my hair? Why not have a change? I don't know. Like, it's scary.
Live a little.
And it just worries me because since we had no mention of her sickness in this episode, like, is it going to be very abrupt when we learn that it gets really bad? Like, it's terrifying, and I'm just worried for her.
Aren't we all?
Graham.
yes. Do we think we'll find out what happened with the wedding?
I hope that we find out next episode, because I don't know how long they can hold that from us. What is this? What is the significance to this ring? I want to know everything about it. Oh my gosh. I want to know if there was a past lover. I want to know if that lover's still alive.
Right?
I want to know, like, who is this guy? Is she going to be, like, on her deathbed being like, I'll tell you who it is?
That's
and then
exactly what I was thinking.
Right?
I was like,
is that how they're
there's a
gonna do
dramatic
it?
moment when she's on her deathbed and she just, like, says her whole life details.
Right?
I'm like,
And then
all
we're
right.
like, and then they have to find that guy.
We're
like,
so on
there's-
point with our predictions.
I know.
Same wavelength.
I love it.
It's amazing.
So yeah, they could really go in any direction with that, but I'm feeling it might be a lover that we'll hear about later.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see Wes next episode with this custody battle? Do you think it's going to get ugly?
I honestly think I'm going to stick with my prediction that he's going to use Trace as a way to get
Work
them
against Abby.
Yeah, because I think he's going to be like, Trace did this, he's a bad influence, you're going to keep him around this guy, you're dating him, and she's like, I'm not, and then he's going to be like, well, don't be around him then, and that's going to be how she gets full custody. But I think the agreement's going to be to stay away from Trace, and that would be more dramatic because then she'll have to stay away from Trace, and then he'll have Leigh.
Yes, I think Trace is going to have issues with his record label also, because that's slowly catching up to him. And I think he's going to use Connor to help be his lawyer and help solve with the record.
And then Connor will have to come back to
Connor will have to
Chesapeake
come
Shores
back.
again.
Connor has a purpose. As much as he makes us angry, he has a purpose.
I'm waiting to see it.
He's a lawyer right now. He actually helps with the legalities of everything. And I think that Trace will use him eventually to work out his music business issues.
I'd like to see that. I'd also like to see Leigh go away, but I don't think she's going to go away for a while. I think she's gonna, I think maybe she'll even get her own place, or she'll just like live at the bed and breakfast and then build some sort of friendship with Jess, and then that'll create some tension between Jess and Abby, because that's her sister, and then Leigh is the other love interest. I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of drama's about to go down.
Yep, and that's pretty much all I have.
Yes,
but I'm excited for the rest of the episodes to come, and we have special guests coming too, which I'm teasing now. It's official. I'm teasing now. We do have guests coming. Thank you everyone for listening and watching and rating, commenting, downloading, subscribing, all that stuff. Where can everyone keep following you?
Hey guys, I'm Renee Ariel, and you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel. And make sure you check out my blog, Cat's Lipstick LA. It'll be launching September 18th, so add your email.
Awesome. And you can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV. You can follow all of us here on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those fun social media platforms at AFTERBUZZ TV. Tell a friend, tell everyone Chesapeake Shores, go watch it. It's awesome.
You can catch up.
Yes, definitely catch up. And we do have special guests coming, so stay tuned for that. Thank you, everyone, for watching and rating and all that, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.